Hey guys, we sent out a video to y'all, and I hope you saw it a couple weeks ago. And I've only heard a couple of responses. One response in particular was from a guy who's a first year in college, and he was just struggling to find other believers at his school, and just didn't have a lot of relationships with people. Moving from high school to college, just not knowing people, and just looking, and said he was discouraged, and that he was having a hard time even wanting to do what was right, much less doing what was right. And again, that's something we talked about at camp. And I've been studying in Second Peter, and that's the book that we're going to use at December conference this year. And there's a message in there that I want you guys that were at boot camp this last summer to hear right now. So please kind of hang on and check this out with me for a second. 2 Peter 1:3, or let's start in verse 2. Grace and peace be multiplied to you in the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord, seeing that his divine power has granted to us everything pertaining to life and godliness through the true knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and excellence. For by these he has granted to us his precious and magnificent promises, so that by them you may become partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world by lust. All right, so here's what you got so far. You have become part of this divine nature of God because you know him. If you have a true knowledge of God, then you have that some of that nature in you of righteousness and godliness. All right, now check out what's coming next. Now for this very reason, also applying all diligence, in your faith supply moral excellence, and in your moral excellence knowledge, and in your knowledge self-control, and in your self-control perseverance, and in your perseverance godliness, and in your godliness brotherly kindness, and in your brotherly kindness love. Now this is an exhortation to you. It's saying, God has given you this nature, this divine nature. Now you are to supply these things. This is your part, your role, your responsibility in this relationship with God. And what I want you guys to know is that God has done his part. And it's not that he's not working anymore or he's not going to continue to work, but he has given you a nature. It's kind of like he has laid a foundation in your life for godliness if you know him. And it's your responsibility to supply these other things, to build on that foundation, to walk in obedience, that even when you don't feel like it, that you do what you know the Spirit of God is calling you to do, even when you don't feel like it. Now, are you walking in your responsibility? Because God does his part. He's faithful to always do his part, and he's given you that ability to choose to do right if you know him. So I hope this hits some of you guys. I hope it encourages you. Again, I want y'all to know that we're here, that we want to help, that we will stay in touch if you will shoot us a message. So take us up on that. Let us know how things are going. Keep us updated with how things are going in your life. And we want to hear from you. All right? Love you guys.